All right, it's just the two of us.
Hey, what's going?
Chandra, don't be calling me. Chandra, you got the information like everybody else. I fired you. That's the news. That's the news. Trump got fired. Chandra got fired. Chandra, we fired you.
So
hey, because I don't see nothing.
Okay. Hey. You don't see the information?
All I see is the following show is broadcast of ATR Media.
Y'all, we got to excuse her. She's a little slow tonight.
I got the agenda here.
You see that? Everybody else got it. So now, we got a new link. We can just email you a new password and stuff.
Did you get Jules and them?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me get my stuff straight. I don't want to go out. The people want to see me.
Boy, hey.
They want to see me.
Hey, there's a lot of folks we're gonna have to get rid of.
They want to see me, Bernard.
Hey, I ain't. Hey, not but love. I ain't saying nothing. I'm on time.
Email. But yeah, Bernard, what's going on? We're gonna take over the show. We're gonna be Jamal Turing and the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
There you go. So the show must go on. Do you want me to go? The show must go on.
Hey. Oh Lord. Don't say no. Here it come. Don't talk about Jamal anymore. Here it come. Oh, hey, what's going on?
What's up, G? What?
You like you get ready for karate practice.
Welcome Wednesday.
No Wayne. We got Lil Wayne out. Oh Lord.
Hey, Sonya. Hey.
Hey, y'all.
What's up, Kardashian?
Sonya.
Huh?
I ain't even gonna say nothing. I ain't even gonna say nothing.
No, don't upset her. She might fire us. I need
the one day that I'm on time, y'all make me late.
Mm-hmm. What are excuses, Chandra? What are excuses? Choose of what?
Huh?
What are excuses?
Again, I was there.
Okay,
you know
Jesus, what are excuses? Chandra must be came through it a different way.
Exactly.
Oh, we never said anything about excuses at all. So we know nothing. Crazy. We don't have nothing. We don't have excuses at all.
Get you popped up. I know, right, but not.
Jamal, you got a haircut?
Yeah,
Yeah, it look good, man. It look good. I'm just giving
you,
trying to be nice.
Don't follow him up, Jesus. He need a loan. He trying to pay off. Don't follow him up.
What's up, Jules? How you doing?
What's up, people?
And nothing.
Well, we had a storm and it knocked everything out. But it didn't interrupt tomorrow's show.
But guess what?
God was
it ain't interrupt. We still was rolling. So that because God had us covered. Now I try to tell y'all the fucking angel.
What?
Why it gotta be the fucking angel? Why can't it just be an angel?
Angel can't be celibate?
Why can't it just be an angel?
Hey, y'all.
Chandra, you must be the angel. Chandra the angel.
Y'all don't tell Sandra she no darn angel.
Hey,
man. Sonny thinks she on P Valley.
Hey,
we're gonna get right into the show tonight. I'm not entertaining y'all shenanigans tonight.
Why?
We got too much.
Taking over.
We got a lot
We
to talk
got too
about.
much show. But
Yeah.
we were supposed to talk about before we get to Bernard, because Bernard is packed with hate tonight. You know.
Bless you. That's what I'm talking about.
So before we get to Bernard, we're going to talk about Joe Biden and what we didn't talk about last week. So we're going to talk about Joe Biden and
hold on. All rise. All rise. You can be seated now.
Hey. We're going to talk about Joe Biden and these student loans, the 10 to 20,000, depending on what you qualified for. Was it enough?
She mad, y'all. She real bitter.
Man, you know what?
You bitter.
It's an insult. It's an insult. And then y'all can piggyback what I'm about. It's an insult because you know what? It's like this. He been in there what? How long he been in office? What, 3 years now almost?
2.
No.
2? Okay, he been in office 2 years, right? Okay, been in office 2 years.
I need a water.
And he ran on student loan forgiveness. He ran on that. You know, he got all these black folks vote for him, and you know, because everybody got student loan. Then all of a sudden, in November, it's time for them to vote for these people to change office. So now he want to say, hey, okay, let me send this out. Let me send them 10 and 20. Man, y'all don't get fooled by that. Don't get fooled by that. They always come out when it's time for us to vote for them. And we as black people need to stop that. We need to stop letting them think they're fooling us and they're not fooling us for real at the end of the day.
Well, Sean,
wait, RG, let me finish.
Oh, no, he ready to fight, y'all.
No, let me finish. Everybody be polite on this show today. Everybody talk, and then when I shut up, then everybody can talk. At the end of the day, don't be fooled by this. You know, that's what he's doing. He want his counterpartner Democrats to win in November, and that's why he did that 10 and 20. If you're gonna do something, why don't you do? If you ain't got more than if you got less than $60,000 a loan, pay them off, and if you got more, then you come and say, okay, we're gonna work with you. But that 10 and 20, that's just like $10 and $20. If you got $100,000 loan, that's just me. So stop letting these folks sucker y'all in to get their vote because it's time to vote now in November. That's the only reason why he did that. Period.
Thank you.
Can I hop in that charger? Since he was so rude earlier.
Man, I wasn't rude. You was rude. You were raising your hand.
But no, Sean, well, now she gonna leave and we're gonna pray for her, man. But this is the thing. There's an old saying, old people say, $5 is better than none. So in this case, 10,000 is better than nothing. And also, I'll say this much here. At the end of the day, that blessed somebody. I mean, could have been more, probably so. But this is the first time I think we've seen anything of this nature. And I think you got to just have penalty blocks. So I don't think it's the last time it will happen. I just think he's being very careful about trying to stay in the middle. You don't want it to go so egregious that you piss off the right-wing folk, but you want to stay in the center. So I mean, and I look at it like this: 10,000 is better than nothing.
He already did piss them off. Yeah, 10,000 better than nothing, and 20,000 better than nothing. But he already pissed it off, man. That's the problem. They slide you in there, like Jamar always say. They'll slide us in there and make they doing something for us. Man, they ain't doing nothing for us.
I know you didn't agree with Jamal Touré. I know it's why it's raining.
Yeah, I agree with him. Yeah.
Well, Charlie Brown, you have something to say?
And my mic on?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And I'm so accustomed to being on mute most of the time, but I like to say this. Hello, boys and ladies. How are you tonight?
And twins.
Doing just fine. Doing just fine.
I missed you guys last week, and I'm happy to be back this week. And I know we're talking about student loans, and I'm going to have to go along with RG on this, but I'm not going to get into that right at this minute. I want to address something first. Last week, I looked at the show. I was a little concerned about One Monkey Don't Stop the Show. Now, the show been going on for almost a year, and I wasn't there. Evidently didn't stop it then. And then the other comment, oh, he is old. He is getting tremendous up in age. I don't know what seems to be the problem. But guess what, gentlemen and ladies? I could think. And I'm telling you, we got to work this out together. We got to give the people what they need to know. Sandra, thank you for making the agenda tonight. And Robert, you was right on the money. A little bit better than none at all. God is the reason why he did it, that he promised he will do it for the student. And he live up to what he said he was going to do. Okay? And that's all I like to say at this time before I really tighten up things.
Well,
hey. And Mr. Brown, I want to say this here. And
you can just call me.
Thank you for tuning in.
But you can just call me Charlie Brown. I'm fine with it. Titles don't bother me because we got to die and we make money. It don't make any difference.
Okay.
It matters to a lot of people, but Charlie Brown, it don't.
All right.
I make money. Money never made me.
Yeah. The shout to Bernard right there. That was a shout to Bernard right there, Terrain.
Hey, and we love you, Mr. Charlie Brown, but you just can't show up anytime you want to show up.
Shots fired.
Hey, Mr. Brown, if you're not dead, show up.
This is a sidebar conversation.
How you going to let him fight? We getting ratings right
now. No, we not gonna fight. And I do hear exactly where you come from, Bernard. I had some personal matters to handle last week, and I don't know who made you and put you in charge, but I think I need to have a talk with them.
911.
No one,
when I was in the trauma situation,
selected you to be in charge, nor a leader. You don't have that comeback. So the next time, leave that to Dr. Julius Hall to tell Charlie Brown, because him and I are co-hosts, and you guys are Johnny come lately. Okay? We allow you guys to be on the show, to give your input. And there are certain ones calling themselves names beyond earthly have taken over. Give people a chance to hear the truth.
My God. Brown versus the Board of Education.
Hey. Well, Mr. Brown, I appreciate that.
Oh my God.
You my uncle, and I respect my elder, and I respect it. And I'm sorry if I was out of pocket, but I want to say this here. I know Jewish before you know Jewish. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? We're Wolverine, you're Richard Arnold. So
watch out. There's a song by Tammy Wynette, Stand By Your Man. Ask him why I didn't stand by my man. For over 25 years, I stand by my man when others was out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
He will tell you. Now we can get on with the show.
Well, let's go then.
Chandra, we give you back the keys of the city.
See, that's the problem.
So all I was going to say
we no rappers.
Okay.
But no, we're gonna send Memorial Medical Center to take care of you in a minute.
All right.
So all I was going to say is this part is that that I feel like it should have been tiered. You know, I feel like I feel like it should have been tiered, because I feel like people that are carrying student loans from 1980 whatever, you know, and they're still carrying student loans. Their student loans should have been split in half, you know, because there is no reason why these people, and some of these people can't even get homes because they're still carrying so much student loan debt, you know. And if they could cancel out these PPP loans, especially for the rich. You know, you're already rich. So if you're canceling out millions of dollars for the rich, and especially these people, when I saw the list of senators, you know, that ugly ass Marjorie Green, you know,
that's your cousin. Why you talking about?
you know, when I saw her, Matt Gaetz, all of these people on this list that didn't just get 10,000, 20,000. No, they got 400,000. They got millions, and their loans were canceled. You know, and here they are sitting up there with their pretentious asses, telling us.
You got one more cuss word.
Telling us that we don't deserve to get $10,000. Come on, people.
So let me ask y'all this. Real question. So what if he never mentioned it at all? You wouldn't have nothing.
Well, again,
you sound like a Republican.
I am. Me and John Monterey are Republicans. Republicans.
Then I would have felt like he broke one of his campaign promises, because it wasn't just one of his campaign promises to delay our payments back. It was
I was calling
to relieve us of some of our debt.
The man gave you a stimulus check. What else you want?
He didn't give me no damn stimulus check.
You went and bought shoes and weed. That's what you did, ain't
it? I didn't get one.
You got some red ball.
I missed this one.
She got no twins done. That's what it was.
Well, I just want to make a side note that
you know what's interesting. I was listening to RG respond saying a little bit better than nothing. You know, the Republicans, you're damn if you do and you're damn if you don't. You know, they're gonna find a way to be negative about it and not for it. And when they say no on everything, at least we got going, and that's what's important. It's been done, whether he did it for votes or not. Look out how the Republican Party have ramrod American people.
Exactly.
With Donald Trump, the leader of the party. Come on.
And what kills me is the poor white people, you know, that some of them, a whole lot of them got student loans.
Yes.
And who are benefiting from Biden saying, hey, I'm going to take $20,000 off your debt. You know, and these idiots, they will vote against their own best interests just in the name of the GOP.
Yeah, about that being.
That's interesting. That's interesting what she just said. No, they're not voting against that. They're voting against the black people who are benefiting from it. The HBCU people who got loans. That's what it's about. It's not about that. It's about black people. Let's call it for what it is. It is a racist move on their part. They rather see us in trouble than get money.
That is true, because when you say if you say to one of these white people, are you for the Affordable Health Care Act? They'll say yes. But if you say, do you support Obamacare? Oh no, I don't support no Obamacare. Yeah, but they don't. I mean, these dumb, ignorant people, they don't realize it's one and the same.
That's correct.
I mean, but you can't beat stupid. You just can't beat stupid.
No.
You know, I mean, So they are making a race thing all the time. They vote against their own best interests.
That's correct.
Just in the
And
of
just
race.
remember, Sonia, just remember, it is about you. It is about Bernard. It is about RG. It is about Julius. I'm telling you, that's what it's about. You guys can say anything you like and make it what you want. If you was not benefiting from it, it wouldn't be a big stir or upswing about it, okay?
That's true.
I just wanted to say one thing. I see that Robert started the show prematurely because he was worried about starting it. You don't have to start it until we're ready. You got everybody up here tagged, and Sandra has been cussing like a sailor. Certain shows, and on this show, I don't do nothing but YouTube and the regular Facebook page because sometimes y'all curse a little too much for the.
I try to talk to them about it.
We got to be in compliance. So I would just ask that y'all hold it. Show your passion. Show your passion, but do like James Brown do. James Brown got a word for every cuss word.
Right. Can I ask you a question?
Don't show up like he show up.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Why didn't you say be like Charlie Brown? Because I do not rarely curse. And I did not say any profane language at all. I use other words to replace it because I have an extremely low IQ. And I meant high IQ. That's what I meant. Robert, that was not funny.
Oh, it was. I was like, where you going with this?
But I understand where you coming from, Jew. I understand where you coming from.
Yeah, I see that he got it going to 6 different places. See, we usually just have it going to 2 places.
Well, people want to see Bernard. They want to see Bernard.
He got 6 different places.
I got 400 calls. I want to see Bernard.
I didn't notice it until just now. He got it going to 6 different destinations. We usually
did you tell him I'm back? I want him.
Well, they want to see Bernard.
And I'm going to say
everybody want to see him.
Acting up.
I'm going to say the same
Don't get me wrong.
that I say all the time. These same folk that y'all are talking about, let's restrict this and let's restrict that.
Oh, she being
they
defiant.
doing it out of both pants legs, and they cussing in the car at their children while they're smacking them. So
we can't worry about them. We only can worry about how.
Hey, but y'all got to realize too. Hey, I have cussed. Y'all know I have cussed down my cussing a lot.
You have,
and I'm gonna tell you the reason why. My grandson watched my show one night, and my grandson said, "Papa," I said, "Huh?" He said, "Papa, you do a lot of cussing." and when he said, "Papa, you do a lot of cussing," and that was it. And kids trust me. Kids say when they talk, it's real. And so I said, okay. Bam, bam. I said, okay, bam, bam. I start cussing. I tune it down. I say, Jews and all of them tell me to. I say, I tune it down. He said, okay, Papa. And that was it. And because you never know, you never know who's watching.
That's right.
You never know
who you are
because they always feel like
I think one of the reasons I cut you off just fucking. I think one of the reasons you do maybe curse or use words is because you're so angry you want to hit it and box it, and you can't do that. So mentally, the cursing give you the blows and the impact you need. But again, Joyce is trying to get our show syndicated all over, so we have to try to help tone it down because Joyce is clearly our leader for now until we can figure out how we can replace them. How we can replace
them. Get fired.
You were doing good until you got me.
Well,
but you gotta realize, man, black folks can cuss, man. So at the end of the day,
well, look here.
That's how we is, man.
Go to a cookout with a natural light.
Wow, 500 years and more.
Yeah,
unjust.
Yeah, we're good. It's just that we just got a lot of people watching who we don't want to offend anybody. We it's our passion. We tell the truth here.
You about to
And
offend somebody tonight.
it seems like that. It
Uh-oh.
seems like that. It seems like that
Man.
spirit that was in Bernard just jumped into Sandra.
Then that's real angry. She angry black Karen.
You
Angry
about
black
to
Karen.
offend somebody tonight. All right,
I'm gonna slap you when I'm done. Watch.
Oh, you didn't have a minute to talk about student loan.
Listen, I just like to make an editorial right quick, just short and sweet. Listen, what's important, we need to be information for the viewers. The people live in Texas, California, New Jersey, New York, all over. We want you to share. Tell your friends about how great we are. We have the great Robert. He's a doctor. You got Sandra with dual masters. You got Bernard, perhaps.
A lot of cussing.
No, perhaps some of the, I don't know exactly how to talk about his legs, but I am concerned about he didn't have enough vitamin C when he was young. And you got Julius Hall, all great one. So, and where's Jesus? Where's he at tonight? But not one person have come back at him. But I'm old. One monkey don't stop the show. Call me all kind of things, but that's okay.
He said,
but I love you guys.
All right.
Yeah.
Next topic.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. Bernard has beef with America and the black people.
Huh?
You hadn't looked at your agenda, Charles.
You good?
Yeah, hey. Let me say this here before I start. The words that coming out my mouth do not reflect anything with our black media. Period. I want to say this. My opinion and words coming out my mouth is my opinion and my words. Period. I want to clear that up. And I want to clear something else up. Let me say this. I agree with RG. I agree with Charlie Brown, and I disagree. And that's what this show is about. We ain't all got to agree on each other. That's why I call it the Rabble, because we always, we can be at each other, but we love each other, period, at the end of the day. And I'm just saying this. I don't care what y'all say, buy them 10,000, 20, whatever, it is what it is. It's like this here. If I got a house note, right? And it's $2,000 and I can't pay $2,000, but he sent me $500. I appreciate it, but shit, I'm $1,500 short, So if you're gonna help me, why don't you send the whole thing? You know what I'm saying? And then maybe I can stay in my house. I'm just saying. So I agree with y'all saying. A little help, yes, it helped, but at the end of the day, you promised a situation that 10,020. And hey, my daughter got $29,000 of a student loan. And if she take 20, she got 9,000 left. That's still, I got 9,000 to pay for. I'm just clearing that up. So I understand what y'all saying. But I'm saying this here. We as black people in America need to stop accepting things just because. You don't realize this. They pat us on our head and say, oh, we'll give them that and they'll be okay. Or we'll do that here and they'll be okay. Just let them kill themselves and we'll be okay. We're just going to sick them up, throw them a bone. They like a dog. Throw them a bone and we're going to bite it up. At the end of the day, enough is enough. We need to stop it. And I don't care who like what I'm about to say. That's why I say, I'm not apologizing to anything I'm about to say tonight. I'm not. And who don't like it, it is what it is. And I love our black media, and I love what Charlie Brown and Jewish and everybody is doing. But man, I'm 60 years old. Hey, I've been done for 60 years, and I got smart at age 59, and I did my research on how this country treat us, and it's not fair. And I'm going to tell you this here. In tennis, right? You start off love, right? You start off love. Okay. And then you go to 15, 30, 40. In this country, okay, they have never started us out of love. All right. Number one, the Indian found this country. The black folks, listen about it. The black folks built this country, and white America from Europe stole this country. Christopher Columbus didn't discover America. It was already him when he got here. So do your research. We need to start teaching our kids the truth. Because our kids growing up, their kids, our kids, only thing they growing up thinking that we came here from Africa as slaves. And it's not true. We built this country. Traffic light, we built it. First heart surgery ever in American history, a black man. Light. You see this light that's showing us on us? Okay, the bulb, Benjamin Franklin didn't discover the little thing that's in there that make the light come on, a black man. Okay? Do your history when y'all start talking about us at the end of the day. I don't know why so many people around, why you know the reason why they don't like us? Because they fear us. We are one of the most strongest, intelligent group of people that ever been on this earth. And at the end of the day, to be honest, y'all, if Indians go back where they come from and white folk go, this is our country. We built
American native.
Everything is here. We built it.
Right.
If it wasn't for us, Sandra, you take no iron curls and you curl your hair. A black man made that.
Mm-hmm.
Period. At the end of the day. Mm-hmm. So stop trying to make us as black people like all we was slaves. At the end of the day, y'all came to Africa. Y'all got us. Y'all brought us over some ship. And guarantee you, I may be wrong or right, but the first ship it came through Savannah, Georgia. And at the end of the day, stop thinking that all we is slaves. No, we are very intelligent young people, and I'm tired of it. And one thing I'm going to say this here. Black folks, when it come in November, stop voting for people that look like us. Because half of them, at the end of the day, they're not like us. They're not for us. Period. Trust me this here. 80% may be for us, 20% not for us, Van Johnson. I'm sorry to say that. At the end of the day.
Oh, you're not. No.
Because seriously, you got to stop voting for people that look like us. Because at the end of the day, they got caught up. And one thing America should do now, stop always blaming the white folks on stuff at the end of the day on something. Because at the end of the day, it's out of their hand. I am not prejudiced. I love everybody. I got all kind of nationality in my family.
You're not
and I got all kind of nationality in my family. But I got to an age where I am tired of people doing us kind of way. If I'm the only man on this earth standing up for my black people that can't talk, then so be it. At the end of the day, we need to stop letting people treat us all kind of way. Enough is enough. And until we stand up for ourselves, they're going to always treat us this way. And let me say this here too. You got some white people will help you before your own brothers or sisters or anybody will help you. All white folks ain't bad.
No.
All black folks ain't bad. All Indian and Asian or whatever ain't bad. But we the only society that ain't got no kind of economic whatsoever. But we making everybody else money, but our community ain't getting no money. At the end of the day, you got these so-called football players, they're making all this money. Basketball players, they're making all this money. Okay, you making all this money, LeBron and Jordan and everything. You got to realize too, shit, you came from the hood. So if you got all this money at the end of the day, take it back to the hood. Take it back with somebody needed. You know, and they talking about Atlanta. Oh, you black Mecca. Let me tell y'all something right now. I stay in Atlanta. Ain't no black Mecca. You got a lot of folks want to be. You got a lot of folks right now trying to pay their bill, but they'd rather stay in a big old $1 million house and can't even pay the house note or the car note. And you go in Atlanta. You and
Sean got some anger tonight.
Yo, listen, you go in Atlanta.
Yeah,
go in Atlanta. Wait a minute. You go in Atlanta and coming down Atlanta and Fulton County, you got more homeless people on the side of the road. You see homeless people on the side of the road asking for food, trying to help. So y'all, let me give you one thing. Y'all black folks in Atlanta, and I'm skewed especially, I didn't mean to cuss, sit your ass down because you ain't got nothing no more than what the other people got. And this is my last word. The United States of America, when it's time to vote, they suck us in there. Now, gas was $10 a gallon. Now, all of a sudden, gas is $3.49 or $3.18. Because you know why? Because it's time to vote for those white folks and put them back in office. That's why. Okay? Student loan, all that, man, they suck y'all in when it's time to vote. And then one more thing. Raphael, dude, do your job. I was listening to somebody on Monday say they about to give him a street in Savannah, Georgia. Everybody on this damn program right now need a street named after them.
I'm getting me one. I don't know about you. I'm about to give me one.
You reckon more harder than he is. And you want a street named after you? Man, brother, please. I give you a street named after you. It called you, Van Johnson, and the rest of them that not helping Savannah, Georgia. That's your street. Go save Yamacraw, save Fraser home, Caton home. That's what we need to focus on. Saving our community. And who don't like what I just said, I don't care. My opinion is my opinion. And it ain't got nothing to do with ATR, Black Media, President Charlie Brown, President Jules Hall. Ain't got nothing to do with them at the end of the day. And if y'all want me off this show, y'all call me.
If you don't sit show.
No.
Now
I'm gonna bring some coherence to this.
Wait, oh my God, we're gonna be another hour.
Wait,
that's the end of the show.
It's not because I wrote the damn agenda. How about that?
And I thank you.
Wait,
you got one more time to cuss, and you're gonna get suspended for a month. Do it again. I dare you.
This is how we're gonna do this. We're gonna address this by the agenda. So Bernard's
whole hour
was this. He said, why does it seem like the Black race is the most hated and neglected race of people on the planet? And I piggyback by saying we can see this by looking at Flint, Michigan, Jackson, Mississippi, currently, Haiti, and Africa.
New Orleans.
You know, and through all the ages, but even currently in 2022, if we listen to the mayor of Jackson, Mississippi, 3 days ago, when he said that their water issue has been going on for a year, and he petitioned the state, and the state said no to upgrading their pumps. Why is that?
Okay, can I speak now?
Go ahead, Charlie.
No,
you can't speak, Bernard.
The only thing, Bernard, I want to say, I compliment you. You did speak your mind, and you did it real well. And you're absolutely right. Don't vote for the color. Vote for the best candidate that's going to serve you. You're absolutely right about that. One of the things that we need to do, and I'm jumping on my friend Sonia, is that my concern, if the states say no to him, he should have go directly to the federal government, because it's a problem when you got a demographic of people, and a majority of Black people who live in Jackson, Mississippi, that saying we got a problem. The state should have kick in and Fed should have kick in and make them do something about it. And that's not good, because it's Black leadership there, and they're not, and it's falling on deaf ears. So we have to get ourselves together, and we got to work as a team. I'm talking about all of us. We have to come up with plans. We can talk all day, but I had no plans. What are the plans, Bernard, we going to attempt to do? Sonia, what are the plans? We need a plan of action. We can talk all day what's going on, but what do we need to do? Do we need to write the president? Do we need to write HUD? Who? We as a group need to work as a team to get something going. That's all I want to say on the subject. And you was right, Bernard, about vote for the candidate, white or black, whatever color, that's going to do the community and do people right.
With Charlie Brown, I think that you have the federal government does not step in until something happens, a catastrophe happens. You know, they are not allowed to come into state business unless something disastrous, a disaster happens.
Well, a governor can trigger it. But again, you got to remember at that level, things are going to be much slower than they are at a local or state level. So something at the federal level, let's say it gets approved this year, you won't see the fruits of that maybe for another 5 to 10 years.
True.
Well, Sandra, your computer's kind of slow, but when you perhaps maybe y'all need to go back and watch the shows that we've done before. After you give your commentary, then you ask all the guests what their opinions is. That's why it's the rabble. Y'all don't go from each other back to each other, back to each other. You got to give everybody a chance to talk.
I think you should suspend it without paying.
Go ahead, Jamal. I got to teach y'all. I got to get y'all ready. I'm the big daddy. I got to get you ready.
You're right,
not Daddy.
Daddy.
No.
You're right, Daddy. You're right, Daddy. You're right.
You know what? That's Nino Brown.
You're right, Daddy.
I didn't get to say nothing. I haven't gotten a chance to say nothing tonight because
Charlie don't know what she's doing. Charlie don't know what she's doing.
Go to all your people. You just can't be the one that's doing all the talking. What you say, Jamal? What you say, Jamal? That's what you're supposed to do.
What some have indicated that this was a classic example of Caucasians not being mad and punishing a black city. The same thing was with regard to Detroit. So the same matters with regards to, because what happened, they lost the local power there in Jackson. So this was the state way also. Now again, so the state, and they went and said that they made appropriations for something else, that it was not valuable for them for the quality of life of those residents of Jackson, Mississippi. And this is in fact impacting even Jackson State University. So even there, and people even go and say that when they go even to hotels, they tell you not to even drink the water in the hotels there in Jackson. And so this situation is one where Caucasians are trying to find a way to basically punish black folks. And that's why it's so good when Chandra threw up about Haiti. The same thing what they did, but Haiti was able to now become independent. Britain, France, and Spain, and the United States said, we are going to make sure we snuff you out. And that's what has occurred. And that's what they're doing in Jackson. So it had to be a cry. And then what they said, we've been making this cry for a long time, but the media and other outlets ignored it all. And so again, this is about political extortion, political beating up and bullying that's going on and that's affecting black people.
Right. And you absolutely right. Toussaint overthrew in Haiti. He overthrew the government. He was, I think, the leader at the time, Toussaint or something like that. And Haiti's been paying the price ever since, but becoming independent. But my concern is if the state is letting it happen, which they are, somehow you got to go to the federal government. I understand, and the federal government got to put pressure on the governor saying you causing a national hazard to the people who live in that community. And I understand the red tape you might have to go through, but you might have to just go above the government because they're being racist, because the mayor is a black man. And most of the government, most of the city officials are black. So it's clear what's going on.
Well, the U.S. senators and also the congressmen all get part of federal government. They all are also in cahoots with regard to this. That's what they've been trying to thwart some of it. But then it basically, I'm just saying, it is a Caucasian conspiracy against them. And that, again, is on the state level, local level, and on the federal level that, again, the push is. That's why some people are saying now you got to bring attention to it to embarrass them now to do something. Because, again, the U.S. senators for Mississippi knew exactly what was happening, and also the congressmen. Everybody knew about it. But guess what? They are Caucasian predominantly, and they don't have a concern. That's why I say so. It is a political game that they have not done to black folks to destroy us. And that's why it's on all levels. That's why so the feds have not stepped in like they could have been. And now the advocacy has not been there by the United States senators from Mississippi and also the congressman.
But you're right. They have to do something to shine a light on it. I mean, really shine a light on it. And the federal government got to act. What I'm saying, you was right what you saying. And that's something, you did come out with a plan. Sonia, Bernard, that's what I'm saying. He came in with a plan. We got to shine the light on it.
So let me ask you
Somehow,
this.
to get the federal government.
I understand. Hold on, sir. I understand what you're saying. What I'm hearing is this. Let me make sure I correct. Let me make sure I come out right. Every problem that we have in the black community, every problem, it's like we blaming the white folk for everything. When we gonna take responsibility on our responsibility? I am so tired of y'all blaming the white for everything. It's killing me. It's killing me. We blaming the white folks because we ain't got no water. We blaming the white folks because we ain't got no girlfriend. We blaming the white folks because we ain't got no food in the house. I am so damn tired. Excuse me, I am so tired of y'all blaming the white for everything. No. When y'all gonna take responsibility on your own, black folk? I ain't blaming the white folk for nothing. At the end of the day, listen, let me talk. If I ain't got no money to pay my bill, I ain't blaming the white folks because I ain't got my money. I need to get my ass out and go work and make some money to pay my bills. I am so tired of this. Black white folks this, white folks that, white folks that. I'm tired of it. I don't want to hear it no more.
But you know what, Bernard?
They were the ones that did it. That's why.
Exactly.
I don't want to hear that. Okay, I don't want to hear
that. This wasn't done by black folks. That's why. And if we.
Listen, Jamon, I'm not going to argue with you tonight.
We're going to be real about this.
I'm not arguing with you tonight. I'm not arguing with you tonight, Jamon.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm putting it out there. I want the audience to understand, because when we are saying some of this right here, that's who it is. That yeah, if we say we're real about it, that's why I tell folks, my people know we don't miss no words about it. That is the one. It is not black congressmen who not looking out. It is not black U.S. senators in Mississippi. It's not them. It is Caucasian, and that's I'm not the only one who said that. Everyone else who look at this issue has said that. We went and said that the state went and appropriated monies. It was not black politicians there who did that. It was Caucasian politicians. So on one hand, we want to say, "Oh, it's on us." The other hand, we do address them. I'm not saying, "Come on now, we got to look at this stuff and understand clearly what's going on." But I guess I'm gonna need to not come on the Rabble anymore, because I'm just like, what? I'm going to depart.
You can't get sensitive. Jamal, you cannot get sensitive. You cannot get sensitive. No. Every time me and Jamal have beef on the Rabble, he want to disappear. Okay, you got to. Hey, if you bringing it, you got to take it. If I'm bringing it, I got to take it. You cannot just disappear.
But let me clear it up.
Let me hold on. Somebody, hey,
other people. Go ahead, Julius.
It's other people. Go ahead, Julius. Y'all got when other people go talking, y'all got to lay back. It ain't about all us. It's about each of us, all of us. So everybody got to have a say. So let me get this here right. Bernard, you can't have it both ways, bro. You got a thing up here saying beef with black people. What is it about everybody's beef with black people? They're telling you what it is, but then you want to go the other way and defend that's not what it is. Now, I agree with you 100% that if you got a problem, you need to try to correct it yourself. Our biggest problem in our community is that we're not united. That's our problem. That's our problem. Who's putting that on my face while I'm talking, Robert? But that's our problem, is that we're not united. We have to be united in everything that we do. And we got to start standing up. It's a guy here in Savannah, JB. He owns pizza place. He owns restaurants. He owns housing complex and everything. He talks every day. Great guy. He's built an empire. Came here from Jamaica and built an empire. And he tell us every day, y'all sorry. Y'all ain't nothing. He ain't wrong. Because we're not doing what we're supposed to do. Everybody's coming and billing around us, and we sorry with our, we just sorry. We sitting back and we're not putting our monies together so we could go buy that house and renovate it. We're not buying that land. We're not opening that store. We're not building hotels. We're not doing nothing. So I agree with you, Bernard. We can't blame them for everything because we're not doing everything else of what we're supposed to do. But what they're saying is that it's systematic over a long period of time. This has happened. So you got both sides are right. There is blame to be pushed on somebody else for the conditions, because just think, go back and look at the history. 50, 60, 70 years ago, we were slaves still. They were still treating us like they're treating us now, because they still believe in some kind of form that we are still third-class citizens. So we have to be able to understand we got the resources now, we got the money, we got the intellect. We could put our money together and do some great things. But have you seen anybody trying to do it yet? I call people all the time. I'm gonna tell y'all for right now, give me $1,000 each. Let's see what we can get done. Let's start with us. All this talking, we ain't gotta do all that talking. Let's show people what we could be doing. How JB come in from Jamaica and doing what we should have been doing for the last 20 years. He ain't wrong. He dead right. Only thing I could say, my wife was listening to him today because she was cutting my hair while I was listening to him. And she said the only thing he was doing was cussing too much. But he's right. We are lazy. We're not putting our money together. We're not doing what we're supposed to do. We can't keep blaming somebody else. What's that going to do? Besides, if they ain't going to give us reparations, if we can't get together, they know that we're not united, so they do what they want to do to us. And that's what Jamar is saying, and Sandra is saying. It came from somewhere. It was a diabolical plan that they had in effect that came into existence now. And we're seeing all of the effects of it right now. But being that we see it, what are we doing about it? We can't just keep complaining. We got to get together and pool our monies. We got to do things that's going to benefit our community. We still living there. Our family still live in the hood. Because we got out, our family still live there. So that's what I'm saying. It's got to be, when we on this and somebody give an opinion, just listen to it.
Yeah. And you're right, Jules.
And then you give yours just as passionate.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here for.
And you're absolutely right. And that's what I'm saying. And what get me and piss me off is this. We family, everybody, hey, we're gonna disagree and we're gonna agree. But my thing is this: if I'm taking it, you take it too. You just don't you come on and then you disappear. That ain't right for us at the end of the day. Okay, respect my opinion, respect your opinion, and we carry on with the show. But just don't pop in and then you get upset and then you want to pop out. I'm just saying. I'm a grown. Hey, I'm a grown man. I'm 60 years old. Matter of fact, I'm almost older than Mr. Charlie. But at the end of the day, hey, respect my opinion like I respect your opinion, and don't pop out or whatever. That's what I want to say. At the end of the day, what we doing is giving the people say, oh yeah, see there, they can't even get along. See there, we stop giving them what they want.
I don't think he really lost connection. Maybe I think that's what happened.
He lost no connection. We know him.
It was spinning. It went out.
Yeah.
Well, my final thought on this, and then we moving on. The only thing that mayor didn't do a year ago when they denied him is have a whole out media blitz.
Yeah.
To expose what was going to happen to his people. You don't wait until it happens. You be proactive. And he wasn't proactive. And now you have a whole bunch of people suffering. Yeah. So That's what he should have done. And that's all I have to say about it.
Next subject.
Next subject is
producer.
Right.
The Mark Wilson trial in Statesboro, Georgia, and Julius Hall can take us into it.
Well, Robert probably can do this one better. I got the Buffalo.
All right, on the project. Let me set this up. So, what you got is, and I know the attorney well. I was his dean of pledges. I'm very proud of that, which means I brought Francis Johnson into Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. So anyway, I just thought y'all should know that. Chandra wanted to know that. But anyway, so Mark Wilson's riding his car one day. He goes to the store and he hears the N-word and all these other uncomfortable words. And so he's like, whatever, I'm going to get my car, ride down the road, go where I got to go. So these same people who threw these words to him try to run him off the road with their car, are basically being aggressive towards him. So he was like most of us would do, oh, heck nah, and basically defends himself. It's called stand your ground, right? Okay. So he shoots, and as you're shooting and you're trying to get away, you're just trying to protect yourself. Well, it's just so happened that he shot one of the passengers in the car, and that passenger died. And so that's the situation you have now. Today, they found him guilty of involuntary manslaughter. And I wish I could cuss, but I won't. But that's a bunch of egg, white, and mess. That's sorry. The judge is horrible. And whoever made that decision is ignorance, H-E double hockey sticks.
Okay. I love it.
Question, Rob.
Yeah.
So prior to these people, just calling him the N-word or whatever, were they being threatening in any other way?
I'm not sure of that. But at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you, like, I'm going to talk speaking for me. You run up on me in the store, it ain't going to be getting in no car. The way I'm built. I'm going to be like, who you talking to? Now, I'm not going to be aggressive, but I need to know who you're talking to, because you might have been talking to that tree. So once we clarify that, because I'm not going to get to car. So the guys, I saw him, on the trial thing. He doesn't look very, very much like he's an angry kind of person. But I mean, they got the right one. But my thing is this: why does the stand your ground law work for certain people and not others?
Yeah,
go
ahead, Mr. Charlie.
Okay, thank you. What took place? He was afraid for his life, because they were trying, from what I heard, again on news or whatever, they were trying to run him off the road, and he was trying to protect himself. Actually, he was firing at them to try to scare them, and somehow, in moving, the gun, went in, and it wasn't. That's why they got him for whatever manslaughter he said, because he wasn't really trying to aim and just hit her. He was trying to scare them, to get them off of his back or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so they were chasing him in a car.
Yeah. He was afraid for his life.
Okay, so now again, I'm going to ask a question from last week.
Yeah.
Where is the NAACP? Because this sounded like it could have been a hate crime. Because when you have people calling you the N-word and chasing you with what could become a weapon, a car can be a weapon.
Well, the attorney they had was Francis Johnson, and he know about the NAACP stuff as well as anyone. And I'm pretty sure he would have kick in, and say, we need to go to another level, because Francis is extremely intelligent about civil rights and things of that nature. If y'all know Francis Johnson.
Oh, yeah, I know him well. And to speak to that, Sean, I can pretty much tell you how he was thinking. Honestly, Francis is very calculated in how he operates, meaning that this ain't the time for that right now. I'm not going to say he's put it out in the past yet, but he's going to try to approach this with all diplomacy. And if he got to go down, he'll go down.
Well, they already showed him, Robert, that there is no diplomacy. They showed
but he's going to try
with the first judge, and I think that the troops should have been called in from the jump, because this is a case where you needed the public opinion, and see, this is another case of where were we? You know, where are we as a community to stand behind this young man? It's obvious, you know, somebody in the jury couldn't see. If I could be in Pope Wentworth looking at this here and see what the hell going on. Here it is, you chasing these kids down the street. He ain't got no reason to just shoot you. He ain't got no reason to just shoot you.
Right.
He shot you because he feared for his life.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you weren't there, he couldn't have killed you. What you saying, that this boy just saw you and just wanted to shoot? No, you were harassing him. How about the stand your ground law? Georgia don't have it. Don't apply to that.
Yeah, they do. Oh, they do.
Yeah.
So, so what we have is a racist city in Statesboro, and you got racist judges, and we just call it like it is. Ain't, you know, this is when you call them out.
Again, we like what Bernard doing, Julius. We're putting it on the man again.
No. It's on the man right now, bro. Because they were the jury.
I'm saying he did have a white girl in the car with him, so it was about the white girl. That's what we're not talking about.
But who brought the charges? So it's there.
He shot a white girl, but a white girl was in the car with him. And we right back what Bernard was saying, stop putting it on the man, but we can't help but put it on the man because the man is the system.
Yeah.
Correct.
But you're right. And let me break it down to you. Trust me when I say this, man. I ain't trying to be controversial on this show. I ain't trying to do nothing. I'm just being me, and when I talk, I'm talking from an experience and not talking for what I see. At the end of the day, and Jules probably can agree with this. Let me say this here. When we was growing up and we was athletes, the white girls love us and they still love us. The white boys always was jealous of us and still jealous of us, period. The bottom line is this. That black man was with, that young black man was that white woman, probably because those three white boys or whoever wanted to be with that white girl, but the black guy got him. And at the end of the day, the white boy got angry. All the white boys got angry and felt like, oh, so she going to the other side. And it's true. This is absolutely true. She going to the other side. So they got mad. They wanted to probably kill him, but it couldn't kill him because of, you know, their grandfather, whatever, at the end of the day. This black guy feels like because he was with that white woman. And at the end of the day, that's the truth. And it's still going on today. If a black man with a white woman and a white man don't have that woman, at the end of the day, dude, y'all punks, y'all coward. I'm sorry,
but let me
I got
this.
to tell the truth now. Hey, I got to tell the truth. It's not so much of they coward or anything. It's jealousy. It's jealousy, Jews. Hold on. It's jealousy. It's jealousy. It is jealousy. At the end of the day,
they know the natural light.
The white girls and the black girls, everybody love the black men, man, because it's just the end of the day.
Okay.
Sorry,
don't mute you. Chandra, can I mute him? Can I mute him, Chandra?
That incident happened.
Chandra, just say mute. Say it, Chandra, say mute.
He was feared for his life.
Chandra, say mute.
Okay. What's wrong?
What happened?
What you doing, Robert? What happened?
Chandra told me to mute him.
I did not.
Chandra did.
Move Sandra out. What you talking about?
I didn't do that. She did that.
Anyway, listen. We when you're talking, here it is. The system. The system is what's messed up. We forget who he was with.
Okay,
we're talking about the system now.
I don't know.
The system. We already know who he was with.
Yeah,
that can't be challenged. He was with a white girl.
Becky.
He was. I think he half white himself.
Oh Jesus!
You know, he's mixed race, so it don't matter. The thing is, he feared for his life, and now the system.
Mm-hmm.
This goes back to what Jamal was saying. It's the system,
right?
It is still in place. That's going to hurt us. What can you do about the system as a black person, Bernard, in Statesboro, Georgia?
Hey, Julius, you ever heard of Trayvon?
Right.
You ever heard of Julius, Trayvon Martin? You ever heard of that kid?
We always right. You understand?
And gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, the question is, Bernard say, trust me, and I like that. But guess what? I trust Robert. I trust Robert. I trust Julie. I trust Sandra. The question is, can we trust them? Trust their opinion. We must learn to trust them and not say, trust me. And don't forget that part. That's what I'm concerned about. We're going to make progress because that's a great show. Tell your friends, please, share, call them and say, Charlie Brown is back. The good-looking guy from Savannah.
I cannot.
Hey, why y'all don't love me? Why y'all don't love my pick? Man, why? Come on, man. Yeah, I say to hey, let me tell you something.
We love your opinion.
Hey, and it's just the way it is. I'm not gonna sit here.
No, we love your opinion. Where you get that from? I love you, Bernard. I think you're one of the great entertainers that I've seen in the last decade, okay?
Damn, why I gotta be an entertainer? Okay.
Because an entertainer is good, but you're giving a good message.
Right.
But you know how to format it to make it entertaining so we can hear it.
Right.
The issue is that in America, male nor female Black people are able to be afraid. You know, I mean, we can stand our ground all we want, but we're not when it comes down to being afraid, you know, we can't play that card. Just like a woman, a Black woman, a white woman can be afraid because their tears matter. But at the end of the day, a Black woman's tears don't matter. And if she says that she's afraid, hey, the cops might or might not show up, you know? So it's the same thing with this young man. They're looking at it like that. You know, when those young men was chasing after him, he had no idea what they were capable of doing to him.
Right.
He probably was afraid. But his fear factor does not matter. But if it was the other way around and he was chasing them, and
well, Chandra, let me go at this. That's why I ask people, do y'all remember Trayvon Martin? Trayvon Martin didn't have a car after George Zimmerman. Trayvon Martin was walking home with a pack of Skittles and a can of lemonade, and George Zimmerman shot him just because he was Black, and they sent him home.
Exactly.
But now we got a Black man who defended himself, and I'm gonna guarantee, I'm gonna say it live right here. I would have done the same thing. Matter of fact, I probably would, if you gonna run me off the road, baby, the way I'm built, I probably would have hit you on purpose, because that's just how, you know, because I'm not about to sit up here and play on the road like that. So at the end of the day, what they did to that young man today was horrible. That just makes no sense. You're talking about on one instance, a man, a young kid, a baby, got some doggone Skittles and a can of drink, and he gets to get away from killing him. But I got to defend my life, and I'm going to jail. Make it make sense.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. We can't make stuff like this make sense.
And see, Bernard, and you know, I hate going back to it, but that's where both points are made.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a system, and inside this system, we are the lowest on the poll because we don't vote, we're not united, and we can't never agree on nothing.
Yeah,
you know, so it's what the whole system is, and what Sandra and Jamar is saying, that over time this plan has been put in place to separate us, and we're separated.
Yeah,
you know, we can't get along. We can't agree on nothing, and until we get to the point where we stand up as one and let them understand our power, because we got power, and they understand that our power is sufficient enough to change things. But as long as they keep us divided, our power is useless.
Yeah.
We don't.
And you're right. Yeah.
You know? And he didn't have good representation.
And
I
you're
don't
right.
care if that was your frat brother or not. He didn't have good representation.
Francis Johnson.
My attorney good now. That's that's my best attorney. I got a legal team, to be honest with you. I got 3 attorneys.
The way he should have, because had he, the first thing he would have said was this was a hate crime in the making.
But that's a federal conversation. This is a state trial.
It did not matter. That boy shouldn't have spent a minute in prison. He should not have spent a minute in jail.
Yeah. And you know what?
If he was representing that boy and his real rights, he wouldn't have spent a minute in jail.
Yeah. And you know what? And you're a prime example of what I just said earlier part on the beginning of the show. You know, what? Just because it looked like us, you don't need to vote for us. And somebody said,
that's my lead attorney. I can guarantee you I'm okay.
Somebody say, okay, where the
your light skin
NCAA?
You better be. Oh, you messy as all get out, then AKA self.
No, and they say, where is the NAACP? Where is the Crump? Where is the Jesse Jackson? Where is all of them behind this young man? You know why they're not behind this young man? Because the camera is not there. Because it ain't money. It's money.
Exactly.
I guarantee you, it was camera. And listen, I love my people. Don't get me wrong. I love all people. But when enough is enough. At the end of the day, they should have been out there just like they be out there with these high-profile cases getting money. They should have been there representing that young man. At the end of the day, this young man was scared of his life. He was number one. He was with this white woman. At the end of the day, and then he turned around and shot a white woman. I ain't got nothing else to say about that.
Case closed.
Case closed.
Yeah.
Y'all two will never represent me.
And don't get in trouble. Don't get in trouble.
Oh, I can't promise that. I can't promise that, but not now.
Don't have a white woman in your car. Don't be a space girl.
I can promise you that, though.
At least we got some dialogue going, and that's what's important. We do have some dialogue going about it, and we got to make some changes and make it quick as possible.
You're right, Mr. Brown.
We're at least talking about it. When we don't talk about it, we have problems. We are talking about it.
Yeah. And this is the only show. You're right. This is the only show, like you would say, I'm be honest with y'all. This is the only show, our black media is the only black media that's representing our black community. And we keep it real. And if y'all not share and supporting us, then I think y'all got a problem.
And we want them to step up, listen to the show, send in suggesting questions or whatever, because we are for them, by them. Because if they don't be there, we don't exist. We need you to help support the show by sharing, call in, write in, type in, and ask us questions. We want to make a difference. And we got people can make a difference. Like I say, I trust Sonia. I trust Julius. I trust Robert. I trust you, Bernard. I do. It's not about trusting Charlie Brown. I trust you guys.
The thing is, Charlie,
Julius, how many more minutes we got left in the show?
45 minutes.
Okay, let's move to this next topic. And I want to caution people that this may be a trigger to some, because we're going to be talking about something of a sensitive nature. But it was Julius that brought it up. Go ahead, Julius.
Well, we got a Buffalo Bills football player that was suspended by the team because he has accusations of a gang rape while he was in college at San Diego State University. This player, Matt Ariza, he's a punter for the Buffalo Bills. He was drafted.
Was past tense.
Well, I mean, they just cut him right now. He might be back. It's all according to what happens.
No, they said let's move on from him. That's what they said on TV.
Well, the 17-year-old girl that is claiming that a year later that she knows who did it to her. This is what happened. She was at a party drinking and got drunk, and she ended up having sex with the guy she claims is Matt Ariza. Then she had oral sex with him first. Then she had sex with him. She's 17 at the college doing these things. Okay. And then she said, but before she knew it, she felt a little woozy. And next thing you know, she was face down on the bed and 3 guys were having sex with her. So she told the next day, she went to the police and told what happened. And then, but she didn't know who did it to her. They didn't know. And so here it is a year later. The boy gets drafted to the NFL. And so now she's saying it's him and 2 of his friends that did it to her. And he's claiming that he got proof that he wasn't even there. And she's saying that it was these 3 guys. So she's suing them civilly in civil court for money. But she's asking the DA to bring charges against them also, which is going to be kind of hard because unless there's still some evidence or something. Did she report it right then? They say it was the next day. So unless there's some evidence or you got other witnesses that they were there and that they did see them go in the room with this girl, then, here it is a year later. I mean, you can ruin lives by not being correct on this. Here there's 3 people's lives you're trying to ruin by putting them in jail. Now, we got to have sympathy for the young lady also. But the message here is that these young football players and these young men, that when you're out there, you got to be able to do what's right, especially when you're talking about you're going to the next level, especially when you're talking about it could put you in a prison cell. And these young ladies, Bernard, Jamal, these young ladies, we got to get them to understand you don't go to these parties after it being a groupie. You can't go there wanting the star player and getting drunk at 17. You got to watch your drink because they'll put something in it. You don't know who's going to put something in your drink because they want you. You there and they see you're vulnerable. So, we got to give that message to these young girls that they got to be, and somebody got to be out there protecting them. Somebody got to be out knowing that this ain't funny. That somebody's child can get raped or that somebody's kid can go to prison for participating in a rape. So we don't know what the story is, but it's a message that has to be delivered.
Jill, some of the evidence was he is not denying he had sex with her, but at that time it was not. He know her and he think she's just putting the finger on him because of the relationship. He didn't know her, but he was not at that party that night. And that's what's happening. It's about money too at the same time.
Right.
Because she cannot properly identify the ones who might have done it, but she know him well enough and he have had sex with her, but it was not that particular night. Yeah. And that's the problem lie. And Julius, your commentary was on money because these young ladies putting themselves at harm's way, that don't give them guys the right, but you dealing with a different mindset during that time. You shouldn't go. That's one of the things should be in orientation. Don't go to parties, drink till you pass out and all that. And then you being negligent and reckless, that still don't make a person should jump you, but still you putting yourself in that position and you got to take some responsibility not to drink. Have someone with you who is not drinking, who's going to drive and going to watch out for you, who's going to just drink punch, and that's it. I'm saying you holding the guy responsible, which he's wrong, but at the same time, you got to take responsibility too. Yeah. You got to not drink and get drunk and pass all out.
Yeah, you're right.
The guy shouldn't do it, son. I'm not saying the guy should do it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you don't need to put yourself in harm's way.
Right. And you're right, Mr. Brian. You're right, George and Sonia. what I'm about to say, I love you to death, but I got to say this. At the end of the day, these young girls, these young women need to take responsibility for their action. At the end of the day, these young girls go out there and they go with these guys and they know they shouldn't be going with the guys. And then when something happened, they want to blame these guys for something. At the end of the day, us men, we like creatures. You know what I'm saying? We go in, we don't be thinking. So at the end of the day, y'all can't always blame us. Yes, right is right, wrong is wrong. It's absolutely wrong what happened to her. But sometimes they have to take responsibility for their action at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And that go from that young lady, that go for every color young lady. Y'all quick to throw these black men and these Asian or whatever under the bus. You know what I'm saying? Stop putting yourself in a position that you can't get out of. I got $5. I call them $5. And I talked to him tonight. Do not put yourself in a position where you can't get out. If you know for a fact you the only girl there and you got 5 girls there, pick up the phone and say, hey, daddy, come get me. Okay? At the end of the day. So now she done put herself in a position. Now all of a sudden she embarrassed. The family's embarrassed. Now she's trying to blame this young man that probably, like you said, he wasn't there. But they're blaming him because he's about to make millions. And now she's destroying this young man's life because they had some kind of beef or whatever. I don't care what color you is, what color you is. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Y'all young ladies need to take responsibility for your action.
I want to interject just for a second. Just give me a minute. It'll be less
go
than
ahead.
a minute.
I'm done, Mr. Brown. Go ahead.
It'll be but it'll still be less than a minute. Kobe Bryant, perfect example. And let me hear it clearly. Kobe Bryant, the girl say she came up to bring him a pillow or something. I don't know exactly what it is. She said Kobe overpower her with his strength, turn around and lock her neck in and lock her in and did what he did to her. She did not say nothing that night. She was so afraid. Mentally, she was very upset. So the next day, she decided to tell her parents what Kobe Bryant did. And the rest was history. I'm saying Kobe was wrong. At the same time, he must be a pretty powerful guy that she couldn't move for about 5 to 7 minutes. And when it was over with, she had enough mind to go back downstairs and go to work on the front desk.
Yeah.
And she should have called the police right then, not wait. I'm saying it's still there, no excuse. Now, when they ran the tests, they found DNA of 2 other guys' semen. I could say semen on the air, right, Julius?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't say it now. Y'all have to forgive me. I can't take it back. It's out of the box now. But they found 2 other guys' semen in her. And when Kobe said, listen, let's cut it short, they dropped the charges and he gave her close to $15 million. Have you heard any more about it?
No. It's about money. No. Yeah. And only reason she did that because she found out at the end of the day he Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? It could have destroyed his career.
The boy got drafted, the kicker. Yeah. She remember she dated him a couple of times, and that's how it went down.
Yeah.
Sandra, I know you ready to explode, and so I'm gonna say this before you go off, right? I'm gonna say this before you go off. First of all, when God made man and God made a woman, it was about be fruitful and multiply. So I'm not saying that that's what they were doing. I'm saying that sex is a part of life. I think that we put too much on sex. Yes, when somebody tells you no, it's supposed to be hell no, leave that person alone. No means no in this world. But sometimes we go a little too far with what we're trying to do to people, especially you got a 17-year-old boy making love to a 15 or having sex rather with a 15-year-old girl, then you want to put the boy in jail for 10 years like they did the football player, the star football player in Georgia back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, that was wrong.
Yeah.
Totally wrong. You got 2 kids. What I'm saying is this sex thing is just too overrated. If you rape somebody, yeah, you aren't supposed to, yeah, you need to go to jail if it's rape. But just having sex with somebody, no. Especially if that person was a willing participant, hell no. They used to have sex in this country with girls in America at 13 years old, and it was legal.
Yeah.
Now they want to change the laws and want everybody to have all these laws apply to everybody because they are now getting some moralistic fibers in their brain somewhere. But I just think it's a little overrated. The sex thing is a little overrated because that's what this world is about. None of us could have got here without sex. Go ahead, Sandra.
Right. You're right. Cause I'm pretty much horny right now. But anyway, I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, first of all, taking a woman's rights away, since that's what it sounds like you guys are in favor of,
No.
You can't take a woman's rights away just because you feel like she deserved it or she put herself in a bad position. Secondly, we all need to start learning or reteaching ourselves what the meaning and what rape looks like. Thirdly, I don't know who said it, Charlie or Bernard, is you can go to a party with somebody you trust, and that same person that you trust can be the same person to put the drugs in the drink, set you up to be raped. And that's how rapes go. Okay? So there's so many scenarios on how rapes occur, but nobody, whether you are pissy drunk or passed out or sleeping, or even if it's your wife and your wife says, no, not tonight, and you still insist that she engages in sex, that is rape. And men need to understand that if it is not consensual, if a person is in a state where they cannot consent to sex, meaning if they are sleeping, if they are unconscious, if they are drugged, if they are drunk, if you take the chance of putting your penis in that woman, in that young lady, you are committing the offense of rape.
You're right.
You're absolutely correct.
Right.
You're
You're right.
Answer this here, though. Answer that right there, Sandra.
What y'all think about
Deshaun Watson?
Deshaun Watson,
yeah. He didn't have sex with none of those girls. Now you got to pay $24 million because all those women wanted was some money. He touched. I mean, if he did have sex with some of them, they did it willingly. He talked
about his private part to them and saying what he could do to them. And that's what got him
right. Exactly.
Sonia,
he was being offensive.
Sonia, I understand what you're saying, Sonia, and you're the only lady on this panel. But certain thing you saying is right, and certain thing you say is wrong. And I'm just going to keep it real. Listen, Sonia. Listen, I understand what you're saying. No mean no. I understand that. But if you put yourself in a position and rock around here, excuse what I'm saying now, I mean, everybody's experience is different. But if you right here putting yourself in a position, right here acting like a hoe or this and that, and trying to, women should respect themselves And like I say, right is wrong and wrong is wrong. I'm not saying that you in a situation and you raping somebody. That's a total situation at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, son, you need to give responsibility to the ladies too. Stop always being pro-lady. Because those ladies put themselves in a position. What about if a man got raped by all these women? Okay? What if a woman take herself and do for a man? Yes, I'm saying this. I understand what you're saying, period. But y'all ladies need to take responsibility. I'm telling you right now, y'all ladies got OnlyFans, and you got sex apps, and you got all this selling your bodies, and you can get it for $80 and $100. I ain't telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. So at the end of the day, they need to take responsibility and act like a lady.
Look at that right there.
Damn lady.
Look at that
and
right
stop
there with
always
Leon
defending wrong. Sonya, stop always
Leon
defending
Booker,
wrong.
let me tell you something. A broke-ass man raped me. Sean Brown, the class clown, comedian, down in Savannah.
Wait.
Okay? He's a broke man, and he raped me. Okay?
Dang.
Well,
Sonya. Sonya, that's deep right there, Sonya.
No, it's not deep.
What I'm saying is,
Sean Brown?
Yes.
Sonya, you bringing some stuff up that just blowing us away right about now.
No, I can say that because that is the truth.
You have a pending court case that should not be aired here.
Well,
you got to protect your rights. Don't throw your rights out.
That is the truth.
See, this is something else here. You throwing your rights out before you get justice. You want justice, or you gonna just tell the word?
Well, I mean,
I understand. No mean no, and we must understand that from a woman, guys. I'm telling you, do not go down that road, because no mean no. Although some women give you the impression, yes, but it's absolutely no. We have to stop being fooled, but we don't have the right to infringe on their body. And I'm just telling you, no mean no. Like she say, no don't mean maybe or none of that. You cannot do that. If a woman you dating and she say no, not tonight, whether you're dating her, you don't force it and say, this is what I know you want. Right. You are wrong.
Right.
Men, please wake up. And I'm telling you, Julius, I want y'all to watch my arm real close. No mean no.
Wait, what I'm saying is, listen, I've been married for 35 years, and when my wife tell me no, I go to sleep. So I go to sleep. When she say no, I go to sleep, Sonya. I am sorry what you just said. It just blew me away, and I can't even talk. What I'm saying is this, Sonya.
But the woman can
listen, Sonya, you gotta let us talk. You gotta let us talk, Sonya. You gotta let us talk. You gotta let us defend ourselves.
I let y'all talk for a whole damn 15 minutes.
What I'm saying is this, Sonya. Sonya, what I'm saying is this. It will be
Golden, you're right.
Whatever that young man did, it's gonna get just due. But what I'm saying is this, Sonya. We all of us on this show, Jewish and Charlie Brown, we admit, no mean no. At the end of the day, everybody got a certain situation and a different thing. If you rape a woman, it is absolutely wrong when she say no. Even if she don't say no and you rape her, it's wrong at the end of the day. But what I'm saying is this, Sonya. Women need to take responsibility for their action. And it's a lot of sight out there. And I'm 60 years old. And I ain't been on all of them, but I'm just saying. Hey, trust me. If you see the things that us men see, you'll shake your head. And these women, I guarantee you, you don't see no man on site saying, "Hey, come do this." You see all women, Sonya, and it's about money.
Bernard,
I'm just saying.
Bernard, at the end of the day, no mean no, no don't mean maybe or none of that. Miss Golden, thank you for your comment. You're absolutely right. And we got to learn to respect that, because we do come from a culture sometime when a woman say no, we force it and say, I know that's what you want, but that is wrong. Them days are gone.
But Charlie, you know what we did back in the day when a woman told us no?
I say it.
Yeah.
I say those days. I say those days.
Yeah.
I say no. I say those days. It's a serious matter. And Sonia, and I'm sorry what happened to you.
Yes.
But again, you'll get your day in court. But again, gentlemen, before I quit talking, no mean no. No don't mean maybe. No don't mean later. No mean no. And keep that in mind. We got to respect the women. I understand we said they need to take responsibility, but at the same time, we got to control our animal instinct. That's why they want to call us dogs. Dogs that we will tackle. We are wrong to a degree, wrong. And that's all I want to say. I don't care how drunk she get. You simply leave the party yourself and get away from the environment.
Yeah.
Miss Golden,
because even if she does,
Miss Golden, hold on, Miss Golden. I want to thank you for listening to the show. Share it with your friends. Continue to listen. You're going to get information from us, because when the community fails, there are two reasons, Miss Golden: lack of information and lack of knowledge. And we will try to give you the truth. We are the Black Network for Black people to give them clear understanding. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, you're right.
And what she just said, a woman doesn't have to, I mean, it used to be a time when they said, oh, well, what was she wearing? It doesn't matter what she was wearing.
That's
if she
correct.
was wearing nothing at all, it wouldn't matter. If she has an OnlyFans page, if she has a Pornhub page, it doesn't matter. That is her prerogative. You know, she doesn't have to justify her lifestyle to say that she wants to be protected from sexual violence. That's that part. You know, and I feel sorry for this 17-year-old, you know, no matter what the situation is, but even if she signed on to have sex with one of those guys, she didn't sign on to have sex with the other two. The other two.
Right. Listen, on 1 hour person, to a degree, it is about money. The gentleman, he's right. A lot of times, it don't happen to poor people as often. It happened to people who are going to get millions and millions of dollars because they want to be a part of that. A lot of time women lie. And I'm saying men need to take the responsibility not to put themselves in harm's way. That's the only thing Charlie Brown trying to say, especially what Julius was saying. If you're going to sign a contract for a lot of money, they looking for something. So don't you go and say or do nothing stupid. You simply stay away, because some of them either want to get pregnant, I ain't being mean, and you got to pay child. That's correct. I remember he did it, and I remember several others did it.
Because he was a white guy.
Then if a girl get pregnant and she proved that's your baby, she got financed and a part of that contract for 18 years, whether you like it or not. So be careful. They got an athlete in the NBA right now, young boy, an older woman, done took advantage of him and got a baby, and she get 1/3 of his contract for the next 18 years. 1/3.
Yeah. And you're right.
Something I'm making up.
Yeah. And we don't want to, trust me, Sonia. Let me say this. Let me clear some up to the viewers and their comments. We totally agree. We totally agree with Sonia. We love her. We stand by her at the end of the day. Everybody got their own opinion. You know, say Every young lady put yourself in a situation different. I got 5 girls, and I love them to death. And if anybody try to do anything to my girls, I will be in jail. All I'm saying is, you know, you have to watch the situation when it comes to, you know, being around. If you're in a room with 10 guys and you're the only lady there, I think you need to call your parent. I think you need to get out of there at the end of the day.
Of course.
And when these NBA players, matter of fact, and I'll be listening, trust me, me and Jules and all, we done been in this situation. Everybody, everybody want to see. And I guarantee you, and I say it on my show, it's a different game now. Everybody, if you see you going to be the star athlete and you going to make some money, they're going to do whatever it takes to be the first one. Prime example, LeBron James. When LeBron James came out, he was the chosen one. Then Savannah got pregnant in high school. She was in the 12th grade. She said she was going to keep the baby. And the rest is history. So at the end of the day, I tell y'all, because I be around these athletes, I tell y'all, just be careful who you be around. Men's have their own agenda and women's have their agenda too. I am sorry for the 17-year-old, but some of y'all comment, if you're not in that situation, all you doing is saying your opinion. But if you're in that situation, people can't tell you what you won't do or will do at the end of the day. And like I say, Sonia, we're going to have our agreements and we're going to have a disagreement, but I love you and I am truly sorry for your experience of what you happened. We got you. We support you. At the end of the day, like I say, I got 5 daughters. Jules got a daughter. Mr. Brown probably got a daughter. We ain't going to let nobody mistreat our daughters. And I told my little daughters them in the room today, I said, look, at the end of the day, if anybody do anything for you, I already got a bond already settled. Just call them and get me out. Trust me.
My daughter is not a real pretty girl, but she's a nice looking girl. So it's all right. I just want to share that.
Yeah, and people like R. Kelly will get what they got coming because
definitely.
Well, you know, but in our defense, and you know, which y'all probably say it ain't no defense for it, but it is to some degree because see, that's like the marijuana laws changing. You know, before it was illegal, then it's legal, then it's illegal, it's legal again now. So, you changing the laws for age when you was doing it for 100 years, and they still doing it in all the countries all over the world.
Yeah.
Now, these are outlaws, yes, and we got to be on them. But then R had sex with people that was having sex with him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And Joey, don't forget Jerry Lee Lewis and a bunch of others who married
Elvis Presley. You know,
Elvis Presley.
12, 13,
14
You're right.
Yeah.
You know,
hey,
so
and y'all can go
got
deep
a man
into this.
doing 30, 40 years for sex. That's why I tell you sometimes sex is overrated.
But Julius,
hey, and
R.
Mr. Brown
Kelly
and Jules and Mr. Brown and Jules and Sonia, we ain't got to go that far. We can go a couple years. Bryanstein had that island with him and Trunk and all of them had the little young girls on that island. And the only reason why he's not here today because he had too much mission on Trump. He had too much information on these white folks. Got that island with these girls 11 and 10. And if we go, that's another story now. So if we want to get deep, we can go deep. That's another story for another time.
But it has been decades since you have been able in any of these states to be able to have sex. If you are over the age of 18, to have sex with a girl younger than 16. And that's on period. I mean, that's been decades.
Right. Thank you. I used to be a co-host, so thank you for sharing that. But I want to input this. Next week, we need to put an agenda on the houses in this community and what's taking place in the rent and what's going on. We got a serious problem going on. I'm not saying that's not serious, but that's a serious problem we got going. People are being homeless and people can't afford to pay the rent. We got to do something. When I say we as a people, whether all blacks or whatever, we need to get together and we got to do something. So, Joyce, the agenda next week, tell people to tune in. It's going to be about housing and what we could do to try to help them and help themselves so we can make moves. Because I'm concerned we have some serious stuff going on about housing in Savannah, Georgia. And the leadership that's supposed to be in charge is not really helping. They are putting a knife in our backs and not telling us all. Georgie Benton was on Keisha's show. We need input from her and her son Lorray in Washington, D.C. It was a great show. I looked at it. I don't know if you guys looked at it or not, but it was very informative. And I want to see us talk about that next week. And all of you, please share. Call a friend up. This is a great show. We're trying to bring you as much information as possible to make you a better decision maker when time to go out. Please share with your friends. Tell them we got information, but we need your input as well. Ask us the question. Give us suggestions. We want to be your media. We are the black media. That man, Julius Hall, it was a brainstorm that he shared with me, and I told him, I said, I'm with you, my brother. You do what you need to do, and I got your back. Although my knees give out on me, but I still had his back. And he know that. And we asking you, tell your friends about us. Share. We should have 500 people on the air tonight listen to this show.
Yeah.
That's how important it is. Give us your input. We want to make a difference. And with your help, we will make a difference. Thank you guys and ladies for letting me share that. And Sonia, I understand your plight. You got a valuable point. You're a smart woman. I know you are smart because I know you. You and I work on some stuff together. And all I can say, teams win games, not individual. We need the people who listen to us to share with friends. Jesus will be back next week. Robert Bryant will be back next week. I mean, this is a great show, a lot of great communication. And Ivan Coyne will be with us as always. He's a great listener, great viewer and audience. Thank you,
my
Ivan
agent.
Coyne, for
He's my
everything.
agent. Yeah, Ivan is my agent.
Thank you, guys.
And you're right. And one thing I would say this too, and people don't realize, Jules and Sonia and Charlie Brown, you know what the number two expensive place to live at in the state of Georgia is Savannah, Georgia.
Wow.
It's Savannah, Georgia. And that's a shame.
We need to talk about that.
We'll talk about that next week. I haven't said you put the agenda together. We got to go because the next show comes on in 2 minutes. Stay tuned to Unjust. They're getting rave reviews across the country for the next show that's coming on. Y'all make sure y'all tune in and watch it. Unjust coming on next.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night. Love y'all.
Sandra,
love you, Sonia.
All right,
Sonia, take care.
I'll see y'all later.
Sonia, take care. Thank you for the agenda. A good job. A good talk.
Good job.
All right.
Y'all got
like this. this. I like 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 this.